In my hands are the keys to the new 2020 Ford Explorer. It's been completely redesigned to include the signature headlights with distinctive LED lighting. It's got a European look to it now, a little bit more sophisticated in this off-white color here. I'm gonna go around the car so you can take a look at it from every angle. And as you can see, it has kind of a fast back look to it in the back. And as we get to the back, you can see the back lights here, dual exhaust in the back, give it a powerful look. And I'm gonna completely go around this side here so you can see it. Now let's take a look at it at nighttime with the lights on. I love the lights here, very bright. And I'm gonna turn on the fog lights so you can see what that looks like here. And as we get to the back, you'll see what the back lights look like here. It also does have lights under the side mirrors, as you can see here, and the door includes Ford's entry with the combination. Now let's check out the engine. It's got a self-propped hood, which I like. 2.3 liter engine doing 300 horsepower, 300 foot-pounds torque with a turbo, of course. Doing 21 city, 28 highway. I'm not trying to spend that much on gas. It's a pretty small engine, as you can see here. Very large engine bay. And I'll take a look at the side view here, just in case you want to see. Not too shabby. Alright, it's got the automatic tailgate here. Automatically lifts it up. I got some luggage there. You can see it fitted pretty well. Numbers are on how much space there is in the back, and it's got the little stowaway, which you can kind of hide your bag in case, or anything you want to hide. You can kind of tuck it in back there, just like I did. It wasn't too hard. Okay, so let's see if we can get a view of the inside here. Now I'm at the front. I'm gonna see if I can get a good view, a good angle of the front seats here. I like how the leather kind of matches the outside look. It's got a clean look to it. It is leather, although I wouldn't spill anything on it. And this is where the kids are gonna be sitting down. If you got more than 3 kids, you're probably gonna have to use this third row here. Now, the third row does have some room on it, but we're gonna test it out in a little bit. And let's get a view of the front seat from the driver's chair. I like the clean, techie look. Very, very sophisticated looking. Now it's a little bit brighter. Let's see how the third row looks from here. Now the question is, can we fit in the third row? There's only one way to find out. And is it easy to get back there? So I'm gonna give it a shot here. See if I can get back there. You know, trying to do the best that I can. Alright, here we go. My knees are touching the back of that middle row, but I am in there. Let's just pull the last chair back to see if we can complete what it would be like if we were actually driving in the third row. Okay. Alright, I did it. I did it. Although my legs are touching the middle row. As you can see here, I did get back there. I wouldn't go on a long distance trip with this, but I can sit around town. There are some cup holders and vents and a light back here for the people that have a nice comfortable ride. Now let's get out. Okay, now I struggled a little bit, but that's expected for some of my size. I'm about 5'9" and a half. And it wasn't too bad. I wouldn't put any older person back there. And that just slides right back like that. Do all the seats fold down? Let's give it a shot. Now here, I did realize that the middle row has to be slid all the way back in order for that to fold. So that's under there. You just pull that tab there, push back, and give another shot, and that folds right down. Now let's get the middle row. Here we go, and let's go around to the other side and try that one. Now I think I ran into the same problem with this one. This had to be slid all the way back which I think it was, but I think when I pulled that lever, it kind of slid forward. Oh, bottle of water down there. Let's get that out the way and give another shot. Pull that lever, slide all the way back, and boom, all the way down. Now let's get that third row down. Got my luggage back there still. It has the power folding rear seats, which I'll go and show that again, but that folds all the way down, and look at that cargo room. You can fit whatever you need back there. It's like a truck. Well, it is a truck. All right, middle row leg room. How much leg room do we have over here? Now, unlike the third row, my knees aren't touching the back of that driver's seat, so I like that. And I can move around easily. The people sitting beside me aren't too close to me, so I like that. Now let's get inside and check out some of the features. It's a 2020, so I'm expecting a lot. I like the warm welcome you get. The screens are nice and bright. The colors go well. It's a 2020. Who's still using keys? Push button start, of course. And it's got a nice digital gauge up front with a menu. Of course, everything in here is power locks, memory seats, power windows, power folding mirror. I'm sure that's useful for those who live in the city, and you can see that works really well. It's got automatic lights that you can put on and off. If you forget to turn on your lights at nighttime, that works for you. The lane keep assist is on the steering wheel, along with the turning signals, paddle shifters to shift the 10-speed automatic. And it's got a huge center console with a wireless charging pad. That is interesting. I put my wallet in there and some napkins we get from McDonald's. Sunglasses holder in case you want to put it up there. I've never done that. Garage door opener, vents all around the truck to keep you warm and cool, and climate controlled. And this compartment here is kind of hidden, but what do we have here? USB Type-C charging port, and of course another power port outlet, whatever you want to call it. And you can actually put your phone here. It's a phone holder right here, and it's got another phone holder right on top in case you have two phones, a third phone holder in case you have three phones, or maybe someone else is in the car, cup holders, and a fourth phone holder with wireless charging. It's got heated seats for those who get cold in the winter time, steering wheel warmer again for the winter time, and for those who live down south, it's got cooled seats. Triple climate control, dual up front and one for the back, and the climate control can be controlled on the large screen, as you can see here, and the controls are in the back to control the rear climate controls. You can turn it on and off, and oh my gosh, is that rear heated seats? Who would ever thought that the back passenger can be cold in the wintertime? That's awesome. And you can put it on the floor or on top if you need to control where the air is coming out. USB Type-C again in the back, and a regular outlet. And I like that because I like to put my regular charger instead of buying a specific car charger. No one likes to do that. Vents up front too, and the wiper controls, normal stuff. It's got the steering wheel controls to put the volume up and down, cruise control, the menu for the digital gauge up front, privacy shade. Of course, that is starting to become standard on SUVs, and you can control the lights from up front, turn them on and off individually or all together, or stop them from being able to come on when you open the door. It's got a power outlet in the back, and power folding third row seats that can individually come down, or they can come up or down together, as I will show here. That is so cool. And If they can come up together, then they can go down together. Here they go. Dun dun dun. Now let's check out the color screen cluster gauge. The menu can be activated from the steering wheel on and off, and you can do things like change some of the settings like miles per hour to kilometers per hour, or checking out the oil life. And you can do things like seeing your incoming and outgoing calls and make calls from there, navigate, and change the track and source on your audio. And you can change the menu around a little bit. Automatic brake hold. This will automatically hold the brake for you when you get to red light, so you can take your foot off the brake and relax. The auto start and stop will turn the car off when you're at a red light, and it automatically turns it on because it knows when the light is going to turn green. How cool is that? And traction control is pretty much standard now, and if you're towing something, it has a downhill assist for towing. Now, changing it into reverse, we can see the backup camera is activated and a 360 camera. This will really help those who cannot park. I mean, you really can't get it wrong with this camera, and that really helps you out there. And this is a really cool feature. It actually has a camera up front, which can be activated by pushing this button, and you can see what's in front of you. You should not run over anything ever again, and you should be able to get into your parking spot with no issues. Now let's check out Ford's 8-inch infotainment system with Bluetooth and HD radio. Connect your phone to do things like text messages and phone calls, built-in navigation, an app screen. Not sure which apps you'd get, but it has that available. The settings, you can change various things, and driver assistance, which comes with Ford's Copilot 360, which has many features, which we'll go through some of them right now. And first off, the blind spot information system. This lets you know if someone's in your blind spot so you don't change lanes into them. And let's see, this right here, the cross traffic alert, lets you know if someone's coming when you're pulling out of a parking spot. Lane keep system, it actually keeps you in your lane in case you're drifting. Pre-collision, it presses the brakes for you if you are a little slow in doing so. What else do we have here? Lots of cool features. If you're towing, this will keep you from swaying. Cruise control, you can have it on adaptive or intelligent. It kind of changes the speed for you automatically when you're on cruise control. And let's see what else we have here. The display screen, you can change some of the things like the brightness and the background. You can put in your own background. And Android Auto comes with it along with Apple CarPlay, so you can do things like using Google Maps and Spotify. To really make this your truck, you can change the lighting in the cup holders, on the door handle, under your foot, in the door compartment. I mean, just about everywhere. And the cool thing is the colors change. Just like it changed red right there, you can change the colors manually. Now, let's get in this big boy and see how it drives. It's a big vehicle, so I'm expecting for it to be pretty smooth. Even though it's only got a 4-cylinder engine, I hope it drives like a 6. It's quiet in here, and it's smooth. You can almost fall asleep driving this thing, although I wouldn't recommend to drive while you are tired. And going over these bumps, I don't feel a single thing. And it has the smoothest ride I've ever felt. Acceleration is awesome for a truck this size. You can't even tell it is a 4-cylinder. Now the fuel tank is a little small on this thing, so wouldn't expect to go too far without gassing up, although it does get great fuel economy. It's got several different drive modes, which we'll check out right now. And that can be changed on this dial here. Let's start off with tow and haul, sport, eco, normal, slippery, trail, and snow and sand. I guess that's for going off-road. And let's put it into sports mode and see how fast it goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Put it in sport right now and let's floor it. Here we go. Wow, that was amazing for a truck this size and a 4-cylinder. It actually beat my expectation. Passing speed 30 miles per hour to 60. I don't think I exactly got it to 30, but let's see how it accelerates here. Decent for 4-cylinder. And one of the cool things I like about this thing too is that since I'm driving at nighttime, it automatically turns on the high beams when it gets really dark, and it turns them off when someone is coming automatically too. And once they pass, it automatically turns it back on. Really cool feature. Now back to the question, do we buy or bypass? First, let's look at the exterior. I like the redesign, the sophisticated look, and for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And the inside, I like the leather, I like the lights, I like the dashboard, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. For the features now, the Copilot 360 really gives you that edge, and its technology is great, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And finally, how does it drive? Acceleration is decent, but the ride is really smooth, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, which give this thing an overall score of 7.75 out of 10, which I would buy.